Hello. Today I'd like to talk to you about children who are picky eaters. Um, how to help these children to eat better, to have better nutrition, and have diversity in their diet, have food diversity. One thing to note here is that usually the first 2 years of children's lives, their growth rate is fast and their requirements are higher than when they become toddlers. When they're toddlers, the growth rate slows down. And, if you are noticing that they're not eating as much, but they're still growing, don't worry so much about it, and just let them eat naturally according to their hunger and fullness. Actually, children are quite mindful eaters. When we think about how they eat, they're unlike us. We sometimes eat when we're not hungry, and we eat even though we are full. But with children, this is totally a different story, and I sometimes recommend adults eat like children, that they respect and honor their hunger and fullness. Also, one thing that children might notice is a lot of attention or pressure during the time of eating. First, it's absolutely important that the children have a family meal, so everybody eats together, and the meal would be for everyone. It wouldn't be like a special food for the children that they're eating with us, or a child that is picky, and then the rest of us eat something else. We can include a food that the child likes in our meal, and everybody eats that, but making sure that the family meals are very calm time. There's not pressure, there's not fights, there's not a lot of attention, and keeping, like we keep telling the children, eat, and also do not give them a prize, like, don't say that, okay, basically, if you eat your food, we're going to take you shopping, we're going to give you a cookie after that. You don't need to reward them. The reward is that they have to just sit down and eat according to their hunger and fullness. But bribing the children, giving them treats if they eat something, that actually backfires, and we should avoid that. Also, when a child doesn't like a certain vegetable or fruits, don't give up. Just, try again and again and again. Many times it takes more than 10 times that the child tastes something or sees something and tastes it, so that it gets used to the taste and flavor. Of course, children care so much about flavor, taste, color, decoration, and the plate. And if, for example, you want them to eat certain vegetables and they're not eating them, maybe if you just make them a little bit interesting, like making like a heart with, say, certain vegetables on their plates, or even letting them help you with that, that would really help a lot with children wanting to eat that vegetable or that food. So the presentation of the food is quite important. Also, variety. Do not stick to just one type of fruit or one type of vegetable or one type of starch. Just bring variety to children's diet, and help them to try them. And one of the things that help when the children grow up a little more, or even when they are 2 or 3 years old, taking them food shopping, help you with choosing the foods, and then when they get a little older even, or even if they can, at younger age, participate in food preparation, or later on come up with a recipe and want to try it, and let them get involved in food shopping, meal planning, meal preparation, and basically, what goes on the table for them. That helps a lot. They want to have some, like say into that, and this is very good. It helps them a lot with not being as picky. So giving them cooking tasks is important. Sometimes even making a little garden, like during the summertime, that they would have their own vegetable and fruit garden. That helps, because when they grow something, they like to eat that food. Sometimes familiar foods with unfamiliar foods, when they are combined, they kind of like helps them, it helps them to try that food. Sometimes if they like a certain color, say if they like, I don't know, say pumpkins, and it's a certain color like orange, and you give them like sweet potatoes, they may try that, and that's called like cross bridging. And again, attention, too much attention or pressure, or whether it's negative attention, positive attention, making mealtime a very stressful time is something that you should completely avoid, because they all backfire. These recommendations are very general for children who are growing but are very picky. There are certain children that they have eating problems that need to be addressed differently, but this is just like general recommendations for picky children, and I would picky eaters, and I like to actually invite you to actually ask you questions via Instagram for me if you have any more questions for me. Thank you.